Good morning. I haven't done one of these for a little while and I felt like today was a significant day to do it. Today is the 8-8 portal of apparently the Lion's Gate. So if you follow anything like that, that's the kind of the astrological movement, and it's kind of an opening. We've shifted, and this is a time for all your hard work to pay off. This is a time for the things that you've been working hard for. You're going to start to see them come to life. You're going to feel a sense of like a popping. You know when you come out of water and your ears pop? It's like that. That's how I feel, like, oh, I can suddenly see things and hear things more clearly than ever. And I'm starting to see my path is just gone from a slow slug to, yes, this is it. I'm in my zone, I'm flowing. This is me on my path, and I'm getting confirmations from left, right and centre that this is the right thing for me to be doing. And everything's kind of being unlocked, I guess. So now is a really good time, especially today, to write down things that you want, write down your intentions, the things that you want to see, and send up your prayers, because this is a special time of things starting to come to fruition. There's something really specific, and I can't express it enough, that we must not be guided by logic or external expectations. The world has very boxed in versions of how we should live this life, and you only have, this experience. You only have X amount of years, and for some of us it takes years before we start saying, I've lived like I've been expected to live. Now I want to live for me. And I've had that experience, and since that moment it's like you're having to peel off layers of expectations from others, of like conditioning, of thinking this is the path you have to take, and it's very kind of like set in stone, where really our soul knows why we're here. And it's probably quite different to the life that others are expecting of you. And when you start to follow your desires and your dreams, and you start to follow what feels good, there's this little electric fluttery, like, oh, that excites me, I'm going to go in that direction. You just know it lines up. You have this sense that that's for you. And I guess for me, that's when I first started training as a yoga teacher. But it was more, I knew there was a deeper reason as to why I was taking that direction. And it's unraveling itself slowly. I find for me, yoga is like the thin end of the wedge to help others to live their best lives, to live their desires, to tap into their hearts, and to throw away all the masks. We wear so many masks of who mum and dad want us to look like, or who our friends want us to look like, and what our social circles want us to look like, or and sometimes they don't even realize those conditions are on us, until we start following that inner guidance. And something that came through last night was this word resonance. And we have this internal resonance. You can walk into a room and someone's just had an argument, and you don't have to know they've had an argument. You just sense, ooh, could cut the tension with a knife, they say. We feel things more than we realise. We feel into, is this the right way for me? Is this the right path for me? Is this the right connection? Is this the right friendship? Is this the right job? You feel into it. And there's a direct correlation between following your heart and being connected to Source, God, love, whatever you want to call it. We are so connected, and yet we're blinded to it all. We're so blinded to the vastness of all the things that are waiting to facilitate us to be who we've been called to be, who we really are, our soul essence. And I was shown last night, like, the things that get your attention, like it might be a little Instagram post and you're like, oh, that really interests me, or why did I have a little butterfly reaction to that particular subject that they were talking about? And then in time you'll see, that's why. That's part of my soul path, that's part of my journey, that's part of who I am, and that's why I resonate with it. Then on the opposing side, there's certain things, subject matters and social circles, where you feel really icky and like, ooh, I just think I need to escape out of here, or I just don't feel comfortable. And you need to listen to that, because it's not necessarily that it's bad, but it's just not your path. And your path becomes more fine-tuned the more you tune in to the fact that you're being guided through life. And we can think that everything's just haphazard, but actually it's very organised and orchestrated if we tune in. And there are lessons that we have to learn on the way, and there is a soul tribe of people. There are people in this life that you're designed to connect with, and they're going to facilitate you on your path. You'll find, you know, you're like divinely connected with situations, or it lines up that you get, you know, opportunities that you couldn't have had before. Just trust it all, trust the guidance. I've got children coming in at the door. Georgia, I'm just doing a video. So in this moment of August, in this Lion's Gate, it's the eighth 8 portal, they're calling it. This is a moment of clarity. I feel like I've come out of the water. You know when you come out of the water and your ears are full of water, and it just do like that, and it pops and you can suddenly hear really clearly. I feel like that. Something has just cleared. Something's more, I don't know, like things are clearer. My path feels clearer. I feel more in tune with where I'm meant to be, and more confident to trust that I just have to follow this. This is my radar, this and this, and it's leaning into the feelings. It's leaning into what you're attracted to. It's leaning into that rather than not being sure and kind of like using your logic to explain that feeling away, or explain that. Having lent into things that I was afraid of, I found myself in situations that have opened up doors of opportunity, which I'm now walking through. And it is quite exciting, but I could have said no and gone with mind over, you know, thoughts over gut or heart. So what's in here? Ask yourself, maybe spend a bit of time meditating today, and ask the universe, you know, why am I here? What is my soul purpose? What is the next step for me? What is my purpose? What is my voice here to speak? What am I here to show people? What am I here to open up? I feel like I'm here just with little keys, like, oh, unlock that. I can see you've got more in you. This is not you. There's more. There's more, there's more. Unlock it, dive in, and be transformed like a butterfly. And you'll start experiencing a whole new different life that you couldn't see before, because we were blinded by social constraints and expectations. But this feels like an important month if that's something that you're keen to do and you're feeling the pull. Just go with it. Really lean into you, lean into your heart, and trust where you're being guided. And you can't go wrong. Love you guys.